Hello, this is Gabe from GabeSGoneGaming. Today we are back again with SnowRunner. So my last video, I'm kind of considering a side thing. So I'm probably going to have it labeled as like 0.5 or something like that. I think it's 11.5 is what I'd have it labeled as. Basically, it was me doing some testing. I recorded what I was doing. Did a few of the missions that were considered repeatable. So all right, we are right there. Now, normally I would be resuming wherever it is I left off, but that was part of what I was doing. Let's see. I'm going to leave that trailer right up here for now. So I did have some level of success with my steering wheel in regards to it not breaking stuff. Ooh, that was a rock or something. So basically, I was having a connect and disconnect issue, and I was having some issues in regards to that. Oh. This is why I don't like auto. I want that right there. Nope. Close enough. And then I'm going to put the Fleet Star over by that gas station that's on this map. Looks like that's about the same speed as that, so no reason to use it. You know what? I think right here might be okay. Just don't block the road and I should be good. Alright. If I remember right, I ended up buying the Loadstar. We want... Am I blind? Ah, yes, wrong map. So, you want there, Smithville. Now we scroll down. So we needed something that had some actual engine power to it and enough weight to tow a trailer. I would either go with the F750, but that is currently locked in Kola Peninsula, which means I am actually opting for this one. So, just a reminder, this is one of the vehicles I wanted to get because of the, I think it's the Stars and Stripes achievement. They all American, basically. So, keep in mind, that just means owning them does not mean I am restricted to only American vehicles. This is the vehicle that goes with this particular mod, and then the F750 is also compatible with it. So normally you would get the pickup chassis, the service cab, and the loading crane. But with that mod, I also have this. And I do actually prefer to use this in some cases over some other stuff. Oh yeah, I can't move the camera. So, just a reminder, I'm not on a controller. I am on my sim wheel right now. So, I might be a little wonky with my controls because my controller is backwards compared to that of my sim stuff. I should probably buy that motor. But let's hold off for now. The off-road is needed. That's in Alaska. Already got tires. Just don't flip me. And I already got that. I am going to change the color. Don't remember if there was a like a color for all vehicles or not. I don't think there is. I think it does per individual. Multicolor and single color selections. That's what that basically is. So, we need the Loadstar up at the this one, Drummond Island, if I'm saying that correctly. If not, please let me know. I should be able to make it through Island Lake. I'm gonna see if I can, however. Oop. I just realized that was a thing. I'm gonna see if I can recover the Transtar with it. But I'm also going to go snag this quest right here, the Lost Trailer. So, because I'm already down here, that is why. I didn't know that was a thing. I want this one. Alright. Now, yes, I could go down here. But I am actually going to go around and accept that mission from up there, but I could also accept it from there. Have to think on that. I think, you know what? Let's do it. We're going to take the shortcut. Not a big fan of the shortcut, but the Loadstar should be okay. If I flip, though, then, well, I'll have to get it out somehow. Keep in mind, until the Loadstar ends up with its raised suspension add-on, I am not a big fan of how high it is off the ground for what it is. And I do not like this area either. All right. Not a fan of this. All right, there we go. Ow. Okay. Let me click. Let's do this. No. Close you. We want this. There we go. Come on. Every time. It either seems to be glitchy or I somehow messed that up. I think it's this way. There we go. Sometimes I do find first-person mode to be a bit easier to navigate through trees or other such areas than the third person. Don't want that. We want this way. There we go. Awesome. There we go. You'll accept and start tracking. Come on. I'm shocked that reached. Here's the check. I don't think I'm going to get up that. This way. All right. Ow. Not quite the intended path, but it works for me. I am going to snag what I can out of you, and then I'm just going to drop it off. I know some people would pull the fuel out of the mission trailers, but I will do that sometimes if I have something readily available, but right now I do not. Ow. Nah, I'll hold off for now. I was just thinking if I switch the bed out with the service add-on, I would be able to then grab one of the Scout fuel trailers, not fuel trailers, service trailers. But I'm not gonna do that because that would require me to buy them. I have one good recording, and it suddenly feels like we are back to where we started. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I had that disconnect, reconnect USB issue again. It appears I am plagued with them. What's weird, though, is nothing freaked out on me. So, depending on how much those want to act up, will depend on how long I'll be on for this recording. Let's see here. We will just get everything done. Buy parts. I honestly have no idea if the Loadstar is capable of getting the Transtar out, but I am going to give it a try. If I deem that it's not going to, I will then work my way towards Island Lake and then over towards that scout trailer on the other map. That was a slip. Ow. Owie. Oh yeah, I think there's a vehicle out here too. I should check and see. Well, if I can get the Transtar out, I should be able to get that other one out. This way, that way. We want to work our way down a little. I think it's somewhere right over these trees. Right there. Ow. Thought I would have missed that. Again, still do not remember what the requirements are for map terrain stuff. So, we want this. Start off slow. Come on. If I can get this out, I will have a proper fuel tanker on hand. Because that's usually what I end up turning this one into. It's most likely going to be me having to fight it. Alright. Let's go back a little. Go this way and snag it. This will be easier if I was from the, not the front. Yeah, that's all there is on the front. This would be easier. Come on. This would be easier if it was from the back. When available, I usually do try to tow vehicles from the hitch in this game, if I am using the winch. Just squeeze through. Good. You want to stay near trees as well. All right, what will help? Go here. Stick you in neutral. Release parking brake. This thing is toast. Okay, we now want to switch over to you. There we go. Yeah, let's flip this thing around. Because I don't think I'm making it through that water. Come on. We do not want you snagging on a tree yet. But let's get you past. So if you don't know, if you're towing something, put it in neutral. If you can. I know you can't switch over to mission trucks, but you can switch over to your own vehicles if you're trying to move them around. By putting them in neutral, they will roll without staying in gear. Basically, them being in gear means that they're trying to actively slow you down if the vehicle that you're using to tow or recover them happens to be faster. It also means getting them to roll in situations, you know, like this one here. It's just a little bit easier. All right, we don't want that way. We need to go this way. Trees are simultaneously our friend and our enemy right now, because we don't want this snagging on anything. All right, we sunk down. Let's get that as close to us as possible. Let's use that one. That was a miss. Now, like I said, I do not like staying on the road here. The International Transtar is probably harder than the other vehicle I was just talking about. I think it was a Scout. CK-1500, I think. I'm going to say don't quote me on anything. And I am on the road where I do not want to be. If I remember right, having inflated tires also makes things a little bit easier. There we go. We do not want to be on that road, like, at all. We also don't want to be in this water. I'd prefer if I was on over by those trees. But I oopsed and took the wrong path. But I don't think I could have made it through there without struggling either, so... Stuff happens. Come on. And then we don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. Before I forget, let's get... that filled up. It idles at 0.9. Huh. Come on. There we go. We need to make sure that has enough room to make it. There we go. Soon as I get it out of this swamp, I'm almost completely positive I can get it out. I just might have to go get more fuel first. That is not what we wanted. Okay, so it's acting up way too many times for me to be happy. Will it do it one more? Or is it done acting up on me? As a just in case, I did reset my mic. So that way, hopefully you guys can hear me. Because I just remembered that that was a thing. Don't run out of gas me, because I still need you. There we go. Oops. Not the best spot to accidentally release that. That, I think, should have also caused damage, which means, once again, it was on the Transtar. Alright. I am back. Release. Turn off. Let's put you back into the garage. Here. We want you. Garage. Actually, I'm going to take this chance to restart my computer. To you guys, it's probably going to be a second. For me, it's going to be like half an hour. So, I'm going to take a break, come back, resume. I know this is supposed to be an unedited playthrough. / it will be edited down. But with the USB issues I'm having, I'm going to basically just merge this as part 1 and part 2 back together. And then when it is edited, you won't even know this is a thing. So, I will be back in a bit. All right. So, we are back. Restarted the computer, ran off, had a break. I'm back again. So, let's take a look at the International Transtar. First off, I am planning on using this. So let's just get this thing fixed. 1500, not too bad. Normal hard mode, don't do that. What I'm doing basically gives me a sense of extra money, but I still have to earn that extra money. So I don't mind spending it if needed. Basic highway truck, don't need that. Gearbox, stick with the balance for now. The high range can stay there. Let's see. Those are highway. I think all terrains might be the best option. Yeah, this is never going to go off-road. Let's see. No all-wheel drive, no diff locks. So that means I'm going to use these. Normally, I recommend just, going out of that tire menu and going back in. What's region? That one is in Maine. And that bumps them up to 42s. Still doesn't fix the issue with the vehicle. That's rank 11. This is kind of a support vehicle for me. We don't need that. So, let's see. Van body, 800 repair parts, and 6 spare tires. I think I'll stick that on something else. This will most likely turn into a fuel hauler. Anything else there is? I think I'm going to stick with this. And now I officially have a truck, which I plan on using for gas. Does not let me remove that. Ooh. Question, why can you not remove an option from the visuals if it's literally the only option? So why even give us the option of a rear bumper if you can't even do anything with it? Rip top. Uninstall, sell. That gives me a couple dollars back. Let's see. Stock button. Button. Stock bumper. That's normal. Yeah, that's fine for now. Unequip, sell. Does not actually look that bad with that. I like it. No other choices. There's that. You know what? I'm going to keep it its color scheme. So, the only primary option I have is I don't have any gas next to it. But that's fine. That one's right there. Detach you. There we go. Disconnect. That should be close enough. I'm just going to move a couple things around. I do know I was above an hour. So I think this is only going to be like 20 minutes extra that I'm going to do. Oops. That one? This one. There we go. Alright, that trailer's now officially out of my way. Truck's not necessarily out of my way. That, you know, that's okay. So, am I close enough? Yes, yes I am. Alright. Get you filled. And then... We'll get you filled. Oh. I really should get my wheel labeled. I would like to keep these ones around. Mainly because these repair ones are ultimately long-term convenient. Make one sharp turn. There we go. Awesome. So this is basically my go-to refuel maintenance vehicle. So, what else do we have on the map? Just those two. We have some of those. All right. Let's see. We're in Smithville. Nothing's down there. Black Lake has nothing. We are here. Right. I remember what I was doing now. Apparently, I'm switching over to Black River because I hit the wrong button. So. All right, we want you, Global, Smithville, straight into the garage. Oh yeah, how do I do that? Square. I need to remember to do that, because that is a lot faster than me scrolling through the map list. So, we need this one. Service cab or that. Like the looks of the service cab. I know this is a mod. It costs 7,500. Hold off for now. Change truck. Refuel. Not from you. You and to you. Keep you topped up. Repair. Let me just double check. 150 out of 150 and 3 out of 3. Perfecto. I am going to grab that service trailer. Service trailer. The scout trailer right there. And sell it. Alright, back you up. I'm in neutral. Because where we are going with this basically gives us a new trailer. There we go. Sell. So out of these, this one's helpful. This one's nice. This one is basically the trailer we just sold, except has bigger tires. The arms, the support arms do have a tendency to snag on some stuff, though. One slot scout trailer. This is the one I'm going to see about grabbing. Fuel trailer. We're going to grab this. So. Reason the Loadstar has more than enough power to handle it, because this is a fairly heavy trailer. And then from there, this trailer's probably going to end up staying on this map at least until it's 100%. This will be my go-to repair one. It'll probably be in Alaska, but I will have probably this trailer and either the service one or the tow one, depending on the situation. I think I'm rank 8, right? Just occurred to me, but I might be able to buy the tires I actually like. Believe it or not, they are base game tires. So, bit of a reminder, at least the way I like to think of it. You have your tire sets, 1, 2, and 3. 1 I like to think of as being more on-road oriented for that class. The next one would be kind of your middle of the road. And then the last one would be your more geared towards off-road or mud performance. Specifically, it would be more geared towards your mud. Oh yeah, I needed to get that out. I'm going to park this right here because we reloaded. Ow. Just got that fixed too. Let me just double check the map. Yep, right here. So we're going to basically just go around. I could also playing it I'm not sure what the word is. Not smart. But if it works, it would be a lot faster. Basically cut through these trees here. Scooch my way down. But either way, are going down here. Usually, the longer direction, the better. So that's what we're going to do. But taking what we know, we can go from the map, and in theory, we should be able to just cut right over this. I think that was almost vertical. Let me just double check. So instead of going this way, we're going to go this way, grab it, and then go the long way out. That'll save me a couple extra minutes. Getting through those trees, though, will require a first person. So, let's get that done. We can speed up a little. Owie. Perfect. Step, start, close. Let's see. I could try climbing that. You know what? Somehow I want to say that does not look too bad. straight up through here, cut this way. That's not too bad. I have to remember that for future uses. Now the bad part. Which way do I go? We go right. Avoid right there. Oh, no. There we go. Don't know why the delivery point is up his sidewalk, but yeah. So to get the chance, I will hit that button. So this is getting a little on the late side for me. So basically what I'm going to do is just get this over to the other map. Now this should be ready to go up here with little to no problems. Unless I just accidentally took a side trail. Which is entirely possible. Yep, I took a side trail. I needed this road. But that's fine, because I can just cut my way. Yeah, just follow it and then turn left. It's not too bad. Howie. Howie. Let's just check. I could fight the dirt. I'm not going to. I am going to take this road. Because I could always follow that. And then basically there's another path I can take that will go straight up. Is this not the road? That is not the road. That is the road. Owie. 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 Okay. This is why you always check for directions. Will I remember this lesson? No. All right. So with that, I'm going to hop off because it's probably been like an hour and a half, hour 45 in total. We will find out once I'm done putting part 1 and part 2 together. So with that, I will say good night.